definitely excited to talk to you because, hey, sun is shining. It's perfect poolside music and music time. And hey, we get you coming back to town, so you got to be excited to return to the great state of Texas.
Always, including this time.
Yeah. So, there's a new single out. Of course, you said you're in the studio. So, hey, that means we get more new music soon, right?
I'm working on it best I can. I'm traveling around a lot, working in a variety of different studios and hotel rooms and airplanes. But I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen.
Good, good. Well, I know it's been kind of a rough run for you with the fires as it has with everybody. So I'm hoping you're doing well and recovering well from all that.
Doing my best. Yeah, it's been a rough road, but there's been a lot of support and a lot of music to turn to, and this DJ run has been really both kind of celebrate the fact that we're all still here, even in spite of all of the dramas in everybody's lives, and yeah, give back, to a portion of the proceeds of all these shows of going to Music Cares and a couple other charities in Los Angeles area. So yeah, it's been a really healthy way to handle a pretty unhealthy situation.
Absolutely, and so good that you're doing that. And probably it's good to get out and play and do something a little bit different with these DJ sets, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what are we gonna hear in these sets? Because we're excited about it.
Well, I'm playing a variety of kind of remixes I've made, remixes of Poolside, and other like disco and house tracks that have inspired Poolside along the journey. I used to keep the sets very mellow and down tempo for a dance club, but I've been kind of turning it up a little bit just recently for the first time in my whole career, playing more like typical dance tempo stuff towards the end of the set. So that's been actually really fun to do that. And yeah, just music I like is the general theme.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, I mean, you've got such a unique style and unique brand, and I'm so curious, like, where it all began, like what, if there's a certain song or certain album or show that you saw or something that just was like the bug that bit you.
For in what regard?
Oh,
Many times.
Yeah, well, that's true, but for just playing music in general.
Well, I mean, I started playing trumpet when I was first opportunity to play music when I was really young, like second or third grade. I don't totally remember, just whenever you were allowed to, and it felt kind of meaningful to play music in an otherwise somewhat, just like suburban typical upbringing where everything felt just sort of like what am I doing here? So that was the beginning of just music. Kind of felt important to me from the very beginning of my life, and just evolved over time with it. Discovered punk rock in high school and started playing guitar and bands, and then discovered DJing in college and really liked that. And so, yeah, it's just been a bit of an evolution, but I just think there's something like intrinsically meaningful and powerful about music that's always captivated and drawn me and made me want to like sacrifice everything else in order to do this. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and of course now people are looking up to you and going, "See, that's what I want to do." But of course, you just make it look easy. So, what kind of advice do you give to those musicians that want to follow in your footsteps and do what you do so well?
I mean, it's such a tough question because, if you're really trying to follow in someone else's footsteps, like at best you're not going to get too far down that road. You have to really figure out what you would be doing, whether it was successful or not, and do that and sort of grapple with the idea that what you're going to do is probably not going to be successful, and hope that you're good enough to get lucky. So So yeah, I guess in a certain way, that's my advice is to sort of, I'd say, treat music with such reverence that it doesn't matter if you're successful or not.
Yeah, well said. And you're like this. So my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys. Caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. We love asking people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just kind of had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
I totally know the answer.
Yeah.
So ironically enough, I mean, it relates to what we were just saying, is that I think I was, moderately successful with DJing starting in college. Like I quit I didn't never really had a job. I just got into DJing that paid the bills and was good at it. And, I traveled around, all that stuff. So it was fun and I was successful with it. But I deep down always wanted to be a producer, like write the music and play the music. But I had so many really talented friends that all were kind of didn't succeed at it. It's a very hard job.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not that different than being an athlete. Like everyone wants to kind of be an athlete, and such a small portion of people who set out to be a professional athlete succeed in any way. So I just felt like, yeah, there's no chance for me. So I always kind of held back. I never gave it my all. I always did a little producing, a little songwriting, but just timidly enough that if it didn't succeed, I was like, yeah, I wasn't really expecting to succeed. And obviously it's pretty hard to succeed if you're not all in. So yeah, Pulsar didn't start until my early 30s. And so, and it just by chance started doing pretty well. But then, yeah, about my mid 30s, I was just like, fuck, if I don't, like, this is probably my last chance. So if I might as well just go all in, like no other plan B, like quit everything else and just go for this. So I quit all my other projects and just focused on this one. And yeah, it was surprisingly scary, like every fear you have kind of materializes to talk you out of it. And yeah, it didn't have to work, but it wound up working, thankfully. But it was like truly like standing at the edge of a high dive, just like looking down, just being like, I'm going to die if I jump off this, and then jumping anyways. So it was a very visceral moment for me, very memorable as well.
Oh, that's so great. And we're so glad that you did because, hey, we get this great music. Well, but part of it, though, is, that success mindset. We talk about that on the show. Is there something that you keep in mind that keeps you on the right path? Because, as creative types who are notoriously hard on ourselves, right?
I'm somewhat hard on myself. So there's quite a few things I have to keep in mind. And one is just how lucky it is to be doing this. So kind of forcing yourself to maintain some gratitude, because it's a grind in a lot of ways. Sometimes, the lifestyle's hard. So it's easy to kind of forget that, if you were doing anything other than this, you would pretty much give your arms to do this. And then, yeah, I don't know. The rest is just, I think the struggle is to really make sure you're staying on your path, because everybody is pushing you kind of to succeed on their terms. And even if they support you fully, it just makes sense for you to grow in a way that makes sense to them. And the way I kind of think about it is you don't want to end up on top of a mountain that you don't even want to be on in the first place. So like if you were to succeed at something that wasn't like in your heart, so to speak, it would kind of be like a prison to be there. So, because you wouldn't even, the doing music is such a hard profession. I'd say that if you don't love what you're doing, it's kind of not worth it. So I think, yeah, whether you're doing like a local band or just a bedroom project or totally, clearly super successful, beyond like, arenas or whatever, if you're not really doing what you love, then it's kind of, what's the point? So it's just making sure you're headed to where you want to end up at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. And of course, is there anything else that you're working on that we need to know about coming up?
I mean, just working on new music. Have a remix coming out by I think it should be out soon. It's the band The Revivalists from
Yes,
New Orleans.
fantastic.
Yeah. So you may want to like clear that with my team to make sure we can announce it.
Sure.
But that'll be out in the next like weeks, and yeah, just a bunch of new songs in the works.
Good. I love it. Well, last thing, of course, Dallas is always a great place to go. Of course, you're going to be in Austin as well. And, it's the land of beer and barbecue and so much fun stuff to do. Is there anything in Texas you're looking forward to doing that's just Texas-centric?
I mean, you kind of nailed it. I might go cowboy boot shopping, as cheesy as that is, but I'm a fan. I lost my boots in the fire. I had several pairs. And, I lost everything. So there's that's on the agenda. Definitely barbecue. But yeah, in general, I'm always pretty busy. So when I'm traveling, unless it's like walking distance from the hotel, and I really don't I get to see an airport, a hotel, a restaurant, and a club is usually the max. I get back from somewhere and they're like, "How was it?" I'm like, "Well, there was a nice airport."
Nice airport.
I don't know. But yeah, what should I do? What should I not miss?
You should definitely get some new boots, and there's going to be plenty of great food, great drinks, and great people to hang out with. So I'll send you some recommendations.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
That's amazing. Well, we really appreciate your time and appreciate all the great music. Glad you're doing well, and hey, glad you're coming back to see us.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it. Thanks for hosting me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks.